if you're going towards the tech industry and you're looking to get in, here's how you can impress a hiring manager so that you can get the job. These are, you remember I did the article earlier in the week. I did an article earlier in the week of a gentleman, how he broke into tech sales. He said he was creative. He was creative. Well, I'm going to give you guys creative tips on how you can impress a hiring manager. How you can impress a hiring manager. Let's jump to it. The best way to instantly impress any hiring manager, according to an HR exec who's hired thousands over 21 years at IBM. Nick, we're going to call him, IBM's Chief Human Resources Officer, has helped hire thousands of job candidates since joining the tech giant more than 20 years ago. While there's no such thing as the perfect interview, she recalls one applicant who came pretty close. And it was thanks to an act as simple as sending a thoughtful follow-up email with the proof of their recent work. You hear that, guys, okay? You're in an interview, you go and crush it. Many of you guys are going through interview processes now. Many of you guys are going through the interview process now. You crush your interview. You follow up after the interview. You share your portfolio, your work that you've done at the other company. Creative. Creative. Show them your results. You know why I do well on YouTube? I'm going to tell you like this, guys. I will tell you guys like this. The reason why I do well on YouTube, and the subscriber numbers don't really tell you much, but I do pretty well on YouTube being a small content creator. I would call myself a micro creator compared to others, but I do really well on YouTube from a monetary standpoint because I have multiple streams of income coming in, whether it's coaching, whether it's Patreon, whether it's partnerships, whether it's AdSense and Super Chats. I do well because I show results. And when you are in a position where you're going through the hiring process, if you can show results, it's going to make it that much easy to hire you because you got so many people that have a really good talk game. They're going to say they've been in sales and they've done well, and they probably have been in sales. And they can talk all day about it, create courses all day about it. But they haven't made over 100,000. They haven't made President's Club. They haven't done it consistently. They haven't done it 3 years, 4 years, 5 years in a row. You guys have seen on my videos last year or last week, numbers that we've done just in 3 years. And I could have went back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And I can do that to show you guys the consistency and how much money you can make or I made. It's showing results. That's what matters for companies these days, showing results. What have you done? It could show up in a monetary standpoint of W-2s, whatever the hell it is, or it could be the work that you're working on. If you were able to send a hiring manager what you have done, your results, portfolio, could be like our brother Malik, who created a course this week. You send a hiring manager a course that you created around cloud and network engineering, they're going to be like, wow, this guy's proactive. This lady is proactive. Then not only fit well into this company and interviewed well, but they showed results. They showed results. When you're going into a sales meeting, or rewind, back up. When you're introducing yourself in your company, how do you introduce yourself? Do you just introduce yourself? Hey, my name is Antoine Wade. Talk about the results. What have you been able to accomplish? That's the story that you want to create for yourself so that others remember you as well. And be proud of your results. Be proud of your results. Let's jump back to the article. As Nick remembers, she interviewed the candidate right before the IBM released its annual earnings report. While the candidate was articulate and well prepared for their meeting, the hiring committee was still considering several applicants in their search. But hours after the IBM report became public, the candidate sent a game-changing email. They sent me a note outlining their 4 key takeaways about the IBM report from an outsider's perspective, tying in their past experiences and asking about the different technologies we were producing at the time. I was instantly impressed. The candidate got the job. Think about that, guys. You're in the interview process, right? You're interviewing for a public company, IBM. You know that they're going to release earnings, 10Ks, whatever it is, quarterly Ks, 8Ks. You listen to the results. You have takeaways. Key takeaways that you jot down compared to your life experience, what you heard. You send an email with the follow-up of what you took away from that call to the hiring manager. Proactive, creativity. That's what's going to get you hired. While you may not learn to read earnings reports to land a job, Nick says all applicants can boost their chances of getting hired by being proactive and sending examples of their work to the hiring manager after an interview. It's even more impactful when you can connect your work sample to a project the company is currently working on or a specific goal the hiring manager mentioned. There's nothing like seeing an actual piece of work, whether it's a detailed presentation you put together for a meeting or a link to your online portfolio. It's a substantial piece of evidence that can help prove you're the best fit for the job. Guys, results matter. Results matter. Creativity matters. Don't just go through the process, interview, follow up with an email. Hey, do I have the job? Do the extras. Do the extras. Follow up with your portfolio, your results. Tell them why you are the best candidate. Tell them why you are the best for this position. Going back to my article last week, I am the most creative for this position. The guy sent video messages to the hiring manager in sales in order for him to break into the sales industry. I'm the most creative, he says. Another way to make a strong first impression during the interview, ask how the company is aiming to live up to its credo and how managers are working to improve certain aspects of the business. I love getting asked questions that dig deep into our organization, Nick says. For example, a candidate once said to me, "You say that IBM's values transparency and diversity. Can you give me an example of how the company is working towards those goals?" Ask questions, guys. Again, it's for you to do the research and get your information that you want in order for you to make the decision if you want to work for that employer. Are you a good fit for that company? Ask the right questions, not just simple questions. Ask the right questions. What are you guys doing for diversity, equity, and inclusion? Talk to people, which is a good one. You can ask the interview if you can speak to 2 new hires off the record about their onboarding experience. Ask to talk to people in the interview process. Do your research. Such conversation will not only help you better assess the role in the company, but it demonstrates a strong interest and willingness to learn the ins and outs of the organization. Asking thoughtful questions and showing initiative, she adds, demonstrates that you are really engaged in the interview and excited about the role. And it brings you one step closer to securing a job offer. There you go, guys. This is from our Mr. Nix. Our brother, Mr. Nix, sent me this one. And I thought this was a fantastic article to talk through this morning because many of us are going through the job process right now, the job hiring process, putting ourselves on the market, trying to get to that extra bank, trying to make that extra money, trying to ladder climb. And these are some tips that you can leverage to help you ladder climb, guys. All right.